All right, question 29. The incomplete table above summarizes the number of left-handed students and right-handed students by gender for the 8th grade student at Kiesel Middle School. There are 5 times as many right-handed female students as there are left-handed female students, and there are 9 times as many right-handed male students as there are left-handed male students. If there is a total of 18 left-handed male student, there are a total of 18 left-handed student and 122 right-handed student in the school, which I found is closest to the probability that a right-handed student selected at random is female. Note, assume that none of the 8th graders here are both right-handed and left-handed. Okay, so this question, we're trying to figure out the probability, right? If we're selecting a right-handed student, okay, so you're selecting from a right-hand student, that what's the probability that the student is a female? So first, we do have to complete a table, right? So all we know is the total number of left-handed student is 18, and total number of right-handed student is 122. But we don't know what do we have for each, for male and female. Okay, so this will actually be, I need 2 equations here because we have, right, so we have males and female, right? So we don't know either one of them. Okay, but before we can write out equation, we have to think about this. Okay, so if we have, okay, say we have 5 times as many right-handed female students, okay, as there are left-handed female student. Okay, so for females, let's just say if we have left-handed female, let's just say if we have X number of them, because we don't know how many we have there. Let's just say that's X. Okay, if that's X, then we know there are 5 times as many right-handed female students, right? So then for right-handed female student, we can say that's 5 times the number for left-handed female. So that would be 5 times X, okay, which is 5X. All right. And similarly, we can say for the male student, there are 9 times as many right-handed male students as there are left-handed male student. So for the male students, we can use a different variable, and we can't use X anymore because we don't know if X and female and male, the left-hand student, they're not necessarily the same. Okay, so I had to introduce another variable. Say we have Y number of left-handed male student. Okay, for the right-handed male student is 9 times as many. So we'll say that 9 times Y, like that. Okay, so once we fill out the table there, we had to solve for X and Y. So this will be a system equation. We know for the left-handed student in total had to be 18. Right? So our first equation can say X plus Y is equal to 18. That's our first equation. All right. The second equation, we can add these up, right? So 5X plus 9Y should equal to 122. And that will be our second equation. Okay. Once we add the 2 equation, this is the system equation. So we can do either substitution or elimination. So you want to do maybe elimination here. We can go ahead and if you want to cancel out the y's, for example, we can multiply the first equation by like a -9. And if you do that, first equation, it will become -9x minus 9y equal to 18 times -9. We type in the calculator, that's equal to -162. Okay, and then the second equation, we can just bring it right underneath. Okay, and now we can do elimination. So we add them up, the -9y and the +9y, they will cancel each other out. Okay, and we purposely made it that way, right? So when we add them, they will cancel there. And then we have -9x plus 5x, that's -4x, equal to -162 plus 122, that's -40. Okay, and to solve for x, we can divide by -4 on both sides. So -40 over -4, that's equal to +10. So x equal to 10. All right. So now we know x is 10. So we can go back and solve for y. Y should be, so x plus y equal to 18. Right, so if x is 10, y must be 8, right? So it'd be 10 plus y equal to 18. So minus 10 on both sides, y equal to 8. Okay, so we know x is 10 right there. Y is 8. So right-handed female 5x should be 5 times 10, which is 50. Right-handed male is 9y, so 9 times 8 is 72. Okay, so now we have our table filled up like that. Okay, so once we have all the number in the table, we can go ahead and answer the question for the probability question here, right? So we're selecting, right? What's the closest probability that a right-handed student select random is female? Okay, so we're not selecting from the overall total, but rather we're saying out of only the right-handed students, right? What's the probability that we will select a female? So this is like a conditional probability. Okay, so the not using the overall total, but rather just a right-handed student, right? So it's out of 122 right-handed students, right? What's the probability of selecting a female? Well, we have 50 females. So it'll be 50 over 122. We type in the calculator, that's 0.4098. Okay, and then so the closest one should be 0.41, right? 0.410. So letter A for our final answer here. Right? So this is like they have a system equation and also a probability is like 2 questions combining into 1 question. So a lot of steps for this one.